Welcome back to the third episode of the Clown Syndrome podcast. My name is John, and across from me we have the blackest man with the whitest hands you've ever seen.
First of all, you should have said the brownest man.
How did the song go when you were a kid? Santa
What song?
with your... Michael with your palms so bright. Won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
What?
Dude, you have the whitest palms of anybody I've ever seen.
Open yours.
They're whiter than mine! They are...
Shit, we could be brothers. No, but I have never heard that song before. Never. I went to public school, so...
The Santa song? The Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
We didn't sing that until I got into middle school. So I didn't know shit about that in elementary.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
I went to school in the hood.
yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm sure you guys still sing the basic Christmas songs.
Shit, did we? Nigga, that was too long ago. I don't fucking remember.
It's all right. It's all good. So, welcome back. We just had Thanksgiving. How'd yours go?
Honestly, me and my kids didn't do anything really. What did we do? We spent about an hour in Tom Thumb. Got my kids some Christmas stuff on Thanksgiving. Shit, we went back to the house, had chicken parmesan, and that was it. I didn't do nothing. How about yours?
Well, my dad and I were supposed to go down to my sister's house down in Temple.
Right.
But her kids got sick, so we didn't do that. Instead, we ended up going to Perry's Steakhouse over in Frisco. And they had a Thanksgiving meal, so we got that. The food was good, but the service was kind of meh.
It's a Perry's Steakhouse. You don't go there expecting anything.
Well, see, we went to the one in Grapevine before, and that one was really good. Like, everything, the service, food, everything was excellent. But this time, at the Frisco one, I think our server or bartender, we sat at the bar.
Right.
I think she did not want to be there, which is completely understandable.
Right.
So when we got there, she was kind of acting like she was already over it. And I was like, bitch, this is just a collection of people whose plans fell through. I know you don't want to be here. If we had our choice, we wouldn't be here either. But here we are. Let's try to fucking enjoy it.
Wait, why did y'all choose Perry?
They were open.
Wait, there wasn't restaurants open?
Yeah, there were restaurants open.
But
Perry's Steakhouse was one of them.
like y'all, there was nothing else that was like appetizing over there, other than Perry's.
Well, my dad wanted to go to a steakhouse. So
Okay.
I went online to see what was open on Thanksgiving, and I gave him some options.
Right.
And so we went with Perry's.
You know what's funny? I believe like some of these restaurants that aren't as big as like other restaurants should be closed, because if Walmart and Target are closed, then you have the ability to close too. Because Walmart and Target were closed when I was trying to go grab something to eat for the kids for Thanksgiving. So all these low mom and pop shop chains, whatever you want to call them, should be off on Thanksgiving too. That's just what I look at.
And they were. Perry's is kind of a bigger chain, and it's also an expensive restaurant. Well,
How expensive?
so the Thanksgiving meal was $50 a plate.
Wow.
I mean, that's expensive for me.
That's why I agree with you.
I know
What did y'all
other people are
get?
gonna be like, "Oh, $50, that's not expensive." Well, for me it is.
Boy, who you telling?
Dude, Terry Black's, when my dad and I go over there,
Yeah.
for the two of us is like $130.
What?
Have you ever been to Terry Black's?
No.
We're gonna go.
They got a kid menu?
No,
We ain't going.
we're gonna go. Don't worry about it.
But other than that, man, how'd your week go?
Actually, Uber sucked. Monday, yeah, it was a really slow week. I think everybody was already gone. See, I was expecting there to be a lot of airport runs back and forth. Nope. Took 3 people to the airport. And see, going into the airport was always busy,
Right.
but that was it. I mean, I don't know how the rest of the population was getting to the airport, but they weren't Ubering.
Wait, so are you just talking about DFW?
No, both
and
of them.
Both Love Field? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, like I said, they were both busy,
Uh huh.
just apparently not for Uber.
So when you said you did those 3 airport runs, was that like one Monday, one Tuesday, and then one Wednesday, or all in
Yeah.
one day?
One a day.
What?
Yeah.
How long did you spend outside on the road?
I think I drove maybe 5 hours a day. And it was slow, so I was just like, you know what, I'm just going home.
I mean,
I was just driving around wasting my gas, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go home.
okay, facts. So you drove not $5, 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
God, and you did that all the way up to Thanksgiving?
Uh-huh.
Shit, I'm sorry, my boy.
It is what it is.
God, how was it today?
I didn't drive today.
Oh, well, never mind then. Well then, let's just straight on to it then.
Well, anyways, speaking of driving, we have a list of things to go over. This show's gonna try to be a little bit more organized,
Try. Emphasis on try.
but as far as driving goes, it has been raining. Rain in Texas is something else.
Okay. I know you said from Cali. What part?
Southern California. I'm from the desert, so
Okay, because
nowhere nice.
I was about to ask, does it rain over there?
No, actually in Southern California, like the entirety of Southern California, it doesn't really rain. The whole place is a desert. There
Right.
aren't supposed to be people there. California imports half of its water from out of state.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there aren't supposed to be people in Southern California. We were just like, you know what? Fuck nature.
Facts. Well, let me go ahead and tell you right now. Welcome to Texas. Because Texas, besides Seattle, from what I know and what people tell me, Texas is the only place where you can look outside at 5 o'clock p.m. and be like, damn, it's raining. Come back 5 to 10 minutes. Matter of fact, I'm giving it too much leeway. 2 to 5 minutes. Come back and it's fucking sunny and you don't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can come back 5 minutes later and then it's raining for 2 hours. I don't understand that. So welcome to Texas if nobody's ever said that to you.
Yeah, it's literally bipolar weather. But not only that,
I'm
Texas
listening.
is so big. Mm-hmm. The difference between Amarillo and Houston is insane. You can literally have all 4 seasons on the same day. It can be snowing in Amarillo, spring in Wichita Falls, summer here, and absolute swamp ass in Houston. All on the same day.
That's
Yep. But anyways, what I wanted to say is the rain here is different.
Oh, yeah.
Especially compared to
facts.
where I came from. It wasn't until I moved here that I had been driving and I couldn't see where I was going because of the rain. Maximum windshield wipers.
Yep.
Can't see shit.
Let me ask you something. When you got here and you were around people and they were just starting to sniff and out of nowhere they'd be like, hey, you might want to go home and grab a raincoat or an umbrella because it's about to rain. Did that freak you out?
Nobody ever said that to me.
Nobody?
No.
Wow. I've never thought about that. Never thought that. Because I walked outside today and I was like, hey, kids, go get your jacket and your umbrella. It's about to rain. And they didn't understand until we got in the car and then we took off. And they were like, oh, my God, Daddy, it's starting to rain. Bitch, I told you that.
Well, I mean, you could always just look at your phone.
Okay, let me be honest with you. That's another thing. Welcome to Texas. Because the shit can say it's going to rain and then it be sunny all fucking day.
Oh, well, you know, the weatherman is the only job where you can be wrong 80% of the time and still have a job.
Facts. Facts. Because you can't be 80% wrong at a
In a what?
in a hospital. Hold on. Because they told me I was having a boy. And I got all this boy shit just for them to be like, surprise, motherfucker, you're having a girl. It's like, motherfucker, really?
And they're like, well, now your name is Roberta.
Right? But yeah, man, the rain in Texas is hella bipolar.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention, it also floods everywhere.
Not everywhere. Only downtown. Primarily downtown. It does flood certain places, but downtown gets hit hard, the hardest.
Yeah, maybe it depends on how hard it rains. Like, because when we do have like the monsoons, then legitimately it floods everywhere. Like there'd be 3 inches of water on the street here.
Facts. Like, where was I? When I was driving for Amazon, I was downtown, and it was about maybe like 2 months ago when they had that little that flood downtown to where they couldn't go get on 30 to leave downtown and go under the underpass going by Fair Park. Do you remember that?
That's like some Hotel California shit. You can check out, but you can never leave.
You shall not pass. But that only happens like, well, not only, but it hits hard downtown. That's why I don't ever like going downtown when it's raining.
Yeah. When it rains, I just try not to drive at all. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to let everybody else do that.
Facts. Or I'll just stand outside and start singing sad songs.
Righto. Anyways, we wanted to talk about some things. I mean, you specifically brought up dating pros and cons, because we had been having conversations about Twitter, like the last not Twitter, fucking idiot, Tinder.
Right.
Let me get my shit correct. Like your last open mic, 9 of fucking 10 comedians were talking about Tinder the whole time. It's like,
oh yeah, at the, what was it called, Bar Grawler or something like that. Yeah, I forgot about all that.
I didn't.
Apparently.
God, what a clusterfuck of a show. I mean, I can say that because I'm not a comedian.
Right. Wait, hold on. Bill, he's just playing. It wasn't that bad.
No, we had a lovely audience of 7.
All right, so the pros and cons of dating.
And only 6 of them were comedians.
So the pros and cons of dating. There was a woman there, Amy Goki. Mm-hmm. Nice lady, cool as fuck. Mm-hmm. She's tall as hell, though. Mm-hmm. I was going to make a joke about her, about being, she putting a dude on her shoulders and sucking him off like that, but I couldn't think of the joke accurately, so I didn't say it. So what do you think the pros and cons are for dating? We're just going to skip what I said.
I mean...
Well, what are your pros about dating?
Well, I mean, the obvious, having a relationship, intimacy with somebody, fucking. I mean, obviously. Don't touch your mic. Also, if we really want to get into the meat and potatoes, there's financial security if you live together. You have help with housework, help with pets. There are plenty of pros to it. But this was something you wanted to talk about, so I'm curious what your thoughts were.
Okay. I just want you to understand. I think our listeners know, for all 5 of them that we have, I think they know what intimacy is. Mm-hmm. So you didn't have to say, fuck it.
No,
I knew
intimacy is different from sexual relations.
I know that, but
so they are different things.
All right,
you could hate fuck the shit out of somebody. Doesn't mean you're intimate with them.
I have never done that before.
I hate this bitch.
We'll get back to that in a minute. Bro, honestly, there's a lot in the dating world now, there are a lot of cons versus being pros in the dating world right now. Because you have a lot of people, well, a lot of females and males who are in that.
Oh, those are people, yeah.
Right? Wait, hold on. Because there's 43 types of people in this world now. So we got to get every single one of them.
One type of people. There's human.
Okay.
I think you mean gender identities.
There we go.
I'm not even a liberal. Come on, man.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh.
End the podcast. Not kidding.
All right. But no, there's a lot of cons that, well, more than there are the pros, man. We have a lot of people in this world who rather just sit there and date you because you're financially stable. You got a vehicle to get people around or get your girl around or guy, whatever floats your boat. And I expected you to say something after that.
Oh, I was letting you go.
Okay. Basically, bro, it's a hard concept or a hard thing to do now with all these women just wanting you for your status or quota status.
Is that why none of them want me?
Well, I mean, shit, they can cheat on you easy as hell. Just get on a side that has the eye covered. You won't be able to see shit. Oh, my bad. But it's that hard to date nowadays. Like,
Yeah, I know, because you're still actively trying to date.
I am not actively doing
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Okay, look. All right.
No, you told me. No.
All right,
We're
go
pointing
ahead.
At each other.
Go ahead.
Because you tell me about your stories on Tinder, and then you try to talk to girls on WhatsApp, and I have to tell you that, hey, that's a scam.
No. Okay. The shit with Tinder, I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, how do I let somebody message me on WhatsApp?
Bro, I'm old school.
You're 30. I'm 33.
I'm 29.
30.
29
You'll be 30 in March
December.
next month.
Anyway.
I was just guessing. I had a wonderful chance I would be right.
All right.
Yeah.
The shit that on Tinder, I was messaging this one chick through my homie's account. And my homie's a bodybuilder. So he was fit. So she thought she was talking to him.
You catfish motherfucker.
You damn right. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I pulled up and she was like, "Where's dude that I was talking to in the messages?" I said, "But he can't come," so I took his place. So where we fucking?
Hold on, are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
Okay.
long story short. I don't really see that many pros in dating. The only pro that I see is being able to say you got somebody by your side while you got or going through some hardships or something, just to be able.
Intimacy.
I mean, it's not really.
It is.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Okay.
If you have a supporter, right, in whatever career choice that you want to do, right, would you want to say you have a supporter or somebody that was there? Like, because somebody that is there is just being like, yeah, I was there. I didn't really give a shit, though. I was just there to say I'm a part of the starting point of his career. Or would you want somebody that's like, yeah, I had his back from day one through the hardships, from when he got to the top, when he fell from the top, and when he got back to the top.
Obviously, you want to support her.
Exactly. So just to being able to say you got somebody right there, that ain't really intimacy. Because if you going through some hardships and I got some beef with you, and you be like, yeah, man, I just want to kill myself. It's like, damn, I could go for a Big Mac right now. See, you don't want that. Exactly.
That's not being intimate.
That's what I'm saying. Just by saying that you have a girlfriend right there, that's That's the pros.
So, okay, let me get this right.
Okay.
So you're saying having somebody there, as in proximity.
Exactly. I forgot public school education.
As in, they're just literally there in the same room.
Exactly.
See, when I say having somebody there for you, I mean actually interacting and like going through something together and trying to console the other person.
See, that would be a pro if that actually existed in times of now.
It does.
Where's yours then?
I mean, she was married.
See what I'm talking about? You're not making it any better.
Hey, I'm single. I can do whatever I want.
Hey, me too. Rosie Palm is my best friend. So men's mental health. That's all I got for the days and pros, guys, man.
Oh, okay. I mean, well, I guess that ties into men's mental health.
Bro, hell yes. I don't know if you watched Power Rangers when you were a kid.
When it first came out, yeah.
Were you were not there? Were you watching it when the Green Ranger was introduced?
I don't remember. It was too long ago.
Damn. Okay.
But yeah, he just died.
Yes.
Suicide.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that shit hurt. Cause like I'ma never be able to look at the Power Rangers the fucking same. Like, don't get me wrong, I know Tommy ain't involved in it as much as he was, but still, it's
the only thing I really remember from the Power Rangers are the pink one and the yellow one. Cause even as a little kid, I was like, they got booty.
boy, like
I had a Power Rangers pillow, and I look at like, that ass. I would obviously not when I was that young, but I was like, ooh, they got butt. And that's how it all started. Oh, and the Pink Ranger. I forgot about her.
Bro, everybody loved Kimberly.
I don't know any of their names.
That's not her actual name, but
I don't know any of the names from the show or in real life.
well, I think
all I know is there was the Pink Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, and the other one. I can't remember that I just said 2 seconds ago.
Tommy?
Is that a girl?
Point taken. I mean, in the beginning, that it was just the yellow and the pink.
Okay. Yellow,
Yeah.
that's go, yeah.
Yeah. So,
What the fuck did I say a minute ago? I don't know. Anyway.
shit, neither. Well, I got Alzheimer's. But anyway, everybody's crush was fucking the Pink Ranger. But it's weird that you had a pillow. It was. Would you say it was a pillow, right?
It was a pillowcase.
Oh, a pillowcase.
Yeah.
Why was I thinking you had a full body pillow?
That would be very weird.
Not
To
really.
have all 5 of them? Like, I got a full body pillow of all the Rangers.
You ain't never been so mad at somebody like you took a picture of them and put it on a stuffed animal and started beating the shit out the animal?
No. How did you?
Don't worry about it. But men's mental health is something that nobody not a lot of people pay attention to it. Because on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, every social media that I have, it's a lot of male mental health. What's the word I want to look for? I guess for the lack of choice of words, just trying to destroy men's mental health, which does not fucking make sense to me at fucking all.
I wouldn't agree with that. If anything, it seems like lately on social media, there's been a bigger focus on men's mental health. There's a lot of people speaking out about the hardships that men go through on a daily basis and how we don't really talk to anybody about what we're going through.
You see, I'm not going to say a lot of it, but I do see a good amount. But when I look through the comments on So Sad video or So Sad shared post on either platform of a social media that I have, I'm not going to say that it's like majority of them because I don't have time to look through 2,000 fucking comments on men's health. But I say if I put in a ratio of about like 10 comments, I see about 6 of them bashing men's health, and then the rest of them joking about men's health like it's just a topic that you could get on stage or on an open mic and just joke about and go home and think it's okay. I don't really see a lot of checking people for making fun of men's health is what I'm trying to get at.
I think we have very different algorithms because, like I
Apparently.
said, I see a lot of people just talking about men's mental
Right.
health. Like, it's actually been mostly women
Oh, no.
trying to come
Facts.
to bat for men.
Facts.
Talking about, oh, well, men don't talk about their problems because nobody cares, and then they don't want to look weak, and yada, yada, yada.
You see?
It-
Go ahead.
And you know what? Some of that I definitely get. I mean, like, me with my issues, I don't tell anybody because, first of all, it's none of their fucking business. Second of all, nobody can help me.
Facts.
Third of all, yeah, I don't want to look weak.
Facts.
But I think most of all, I'm just a private person. Like, I suffer in silence because I choose to.
Isn't that destructive? Isn't you suffering in silence destructive?
I don't know. I think I've done okay so far.
I like the way you came back with your answer.
Am I wrong?
I
mean, I'll just look at the last 6 years.
right.
I've
Wait.
pretty much done everything I've set out to do. I mean,
Wait. In that 6 years, you said you've been in Texas for 5, right?
no, it's going to be 8 years.
Oh. Okay. Huh, I thought you said 5. I guess that was somebody else. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, in that time, I mean, I haven't been happy per se,
Right.
but I've still accomplished nearly everything that I wanted to do.
Right.
I mean, I've learned how to edit videos. I've learned how to set up websites. I've learned how to use online marketing. I've learned how to, what else was it? Well, I've had my car YouTube channel. I've had the podcast, and I got this podcast now.
Right.
When I moved here, I was working at a car dealership. I hated doing that. I started selling life insurance. That was definitely a big jump up. Then my vision took a shit, so I didn't do that anymore. Then after my vision took a shit, that's when I learned how to do the website stuff. And I was going to go into IT. Mm-hmm. And I did start learning that. But I've always wanted to go into real estate, so I finished my real estate courses just a couple weeks ago, and I'll be doing that soon. And so, yeah, I mean, everything that I've set out to do, basically, in the last 6 years, I've done, even though I haven't been necessarily happy.
Right.
I mean, even my cars, when I moved here, I was driving a 2011 Fiesta, and now I've got a Mazda CX-5. So, I mean, my cars have all gotten better. I mean, I live by myself.
Right.
I mean, I provide for myself. So,
Okay.
I mean,
What?
I don't think really much would be different if I had, opened up to people about, oh, I'm struggling with this, that, and the other. I mean,
Right.
what are they going to do about it?
I mean, if you're opening up and saying that your struggle about point A, B, and C, I mean, depending on what the problem is and the severity of it, somebody can help you out financially, emotionally, mentally. Matter of fact, just being able to talk about that to get that off your chest.
That doesn't help me. I don't like talking about my problems. with anybody. And people
Okay.
have helped me financially. That I have plenty of family members who have done that.
Right.
But when it comes to me talking about my problems, I don't like doing that. It doesn't make me feel better. It doesn't make me feel better to be like, you know what, Mike, I'm just really fucking sad because nothing's going my way. I don't like that. I don't. And I also don't like you knowing about it.
I ain't gonna judge you. You see fit and deal with what you see fit. See fit with the problem that you had. I ain't gonna judge. Me, I'm different. I love to talk about my problems because if I don't talk about it, the shit's just gonna spiral off. I'm gonna get pissed off by everything. Be another mad individual like I was 5 years ago. It's funny how I use your number with mine, but anyway, like I love talking about my problems, but sitting up there talking to the people about it, I have to, I gotta pick on who I talk to, because I've learned if I talk to you and you don't know how to shut up, and you go to tell somebody else, that's giving people ammo who don't like me already.
And that's not the case. That's just for example.
Yeah, just example. But like I pick and talk to on who I see fit. If I were to talk to you about some shit like baby mama keeping kids away from me and all of that, I would tell you because you a cool individual. Like you said, you don't talk, so I ain't got a problem
here.
Exactly. I don't have that mean either. But I would sit there and tell you versus telling the motherfucker that I used to go to high school with who can't shut up, or telling a family member that I have, not saying I do have any, but if I did, who can't shut the hell up. I deciphering who I want to talk to. That's the main reason why I told you to one of the things I wanted to talk about was mental health, because I ain't I see a lot of people destroying people, men, when they try to come and talk like, oh, you a pussy, you a this, that, and the other, because a man ain't got nobody to talk to. So I wanted to air that out on this podcast since we got 5 listeners.
Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong. Even though I don't like talking about that kind of thing for myself, doesn't mean I won't listen to other people. Like, I'm super empathetic. I'm very understanding. If you want to talk to me about something, I'm all ears. I've got nothing but time.
Right.
It's just, for me, I don't... Talking about, like, my emotions and stuff like that has never solved a problem for me. If anything... It's only made things worse.
Oh, I understand that.
So, I mean, maybe I'm conditioned that way now.
Right.
Put some merit into those videos. But, like, I don't... Like I said, I just don't enjoy it. It's not something that's worth my time, really.
I understand.
I think my friend Tim Satoris, I don't know if he's going to listen to this or not, but he told me something really good a long time ago. He said... If money can solve your problem, then it isn't a problem. If money can't solve your problem, then it isn't a problem.
Ooh, I like that.
It's the same for both. If money can or can't solve your problem, it's not a problem. Like,
yeah, I'm going to remember that. I'm going to tell my kids that. So when they ask for toys, if daddy can't buy the toys, money ain't the problem.
in that case, money is the problem.
Right? So,
Daddy, where's my little pony? At the store. Go find him.
Right? Aisle 5 in the back with the car wheels. There's one thing that I wanted to talk about on here that goes along with the men's mental health, and I know I'm skipping one on the list, but I just wanted to get this one out the way because since it's the same as men's mental health, fighting your demons or fighting demons in period. I'm not just saying yours, but in general. How do you deal with that, and what do you do?
I don't know if I'm like everybody else when it comes to that, but I think fighting your demons is a matter of discipline.
Okay.
So if you're, if you're struggling to get out of bed in the morning,
right,
well, fucking go. I'm not saying it's easy,
Right.
but also if you don't have any discipline, you're going to be stuck in bed. And
Wow.
that's literally something I struggle with. So, I mean, I definitely need to be more disciplined in that regard. But, I mean, as far as that type of thing goes, it's a matter of discipline.
Not gonna lie to you. I did not expect you to say something like that.
What do you think I was going to say?
Fuck, I don't know, but not that. Oh my God. Listen to that. Because I had something to say, but whatever I had to say, he just summed it up. Discipline. You know, that's an easy word to say, but a hard work to put into action.
Agreed.
Because like, well, shit, you agreed. I ain't got to give you the example, but I'm gonna still do it anyway. Discipline is one of the things that I don't think a lot of people got the comprehension on or grasp on, because nowadays, like, I use my homie as an example. He would rather talk about other people needing to learn some discipline rather than him actually put the action in his daily life. He would rather spend money on Yu-Gi-Oh cards than spend money or getting food for the week or the weekend or for shit the whole fucking month, if you think about it. That is a hard work for people to grasp. Cause
Well, it ties into also personal accountability.
that's another one.
So, I mean, I'm going to use you for example, and I hope you don't mind. But
You didn't even wait for me to answer.
no, because it wasn't an option. So with you, this is just what I've noticed from sales trainings. Like, you will do something if you're told to do it, but if you are given the option of, oh, I could do that later, you put it off until later. That's both a matter of discipline and personal accountability. And so my job is to kick you in the ass and say, hey, we need to do this, that, and the other. I mean, when we met, you told me you've been doing comedy for a year, and the entire time you've just been spinning wheels, and really nothing has happened. And so, since
Facts.
I came into the picture, I mean, not a lot has changed, admittedly.
Right.
But I hope you can notice that you're at least on a track now to get somewhere, versus just being, stuck in a rut.
Yeah.
And I mean, left to your own devices, there's a good chance, I'm not saying it's absolute, but there's a good chance that you might not have never taken any of the steps that I've already implemented. Or if you did, it might take a long time.
No, you're right, because I was stagnant, just going in one direction. But in that one direction, I was trying to move a lot faster down that path. Does that make sense? But when you came along, it was like, all right, cool. When you get to one point, stop right there, because you haven't really understood everything in point A before you try to move point B. Because I was just trying to run to point A. I got that done. B and so forth. So when you came along, there was a implication of discipline that was in place. I didn't notice it at first, but I did going, down the road from as many as those open mics and showcases that me and you went to. So there was some accountability. There was a lot of accountability on my point at that time, and there was a lot of discipline that you added on. So you did your thing. You implicated some, but we not talking about me. Don't do that to me.
Well, I mean, I'm bringing you up to bring up myself. So what I've helped you with so far, I don't have anybody to help me with.
Right.
So And one of my biggest, for lack of a better term, regrets so far this year is just taking so long to get my real estate stuff knocked out. And it's nobody's fault
Right.
other than my own. Because there were days when I was like, oh, I'm just not going to do anything today because I don't feel like it. Because I don't feel like
Yeah.
it. What kind of fucking bullshit excuse is that? Oh, I don't feel like it. What the? I live in my own place. I have nothing but time.
Right.
And I started doing my real estate courses in February. And I just finished in November. I was like, the fuck was I doing the whole time?
You did say, episode 1, I think it was, that you had to wait on something to get back so you can take the exams, I think it was.
No, I still need to take my exams. There's other stuff I have to do. I mean, I have to pay for my application to Trek. And I got sick last month, so
Right.
I didn't work for a little bit, so I'm still catching up on bills, so I got to get that taken care of. But like I said, that's my fault as well.
Right.
Because I took so long to get the courses done. I could have been done with these courses in June and been completely financially fine at the time and then pay for my truck application to get my license. And I could be doing real estate right now. But
Right.
I didn't because I'm the only person that I've been accountable to. And if I let myself down, oh well, it's just
Right.
me.
Right.
Versus if I have an accountability buddy, for lack of a better term,
Right.
to hold me to something. I mean, to kick me in the ass. I mean, I probably would have gotten it done sooner and whatnot. But like I said, I'm the only person I'm accountable to, for better or for worse.
Right.
And that's again my own lack of discipline.
So what he's saying, I'm not a good friend. I haven't kicked him in the ass yet.
I've only known you since like a month and a half ago.
All right.
But no, it takes a special type of person to even push me like that.
Gotcha.
Because if somebody who isn't above me
Right.
is trying to tell me to do something, and it's like, the fuck do you know?
Yes, I like that. One of my favorite rappers said that in a song. He said, "If you're not anywhere if you're not anywhere I want to be, don't say nothing to me." He didn't say it like that, but he said it. He said similar to that. But
Well, I mean, I've had a similar situation with some of my friends' friends
Right.
about maybe a year and a half ago or 2 years. We were out eating, and I was still doing life insurance at the time, so I was actually probably 3 years ago.
right,
And I was talking about, business and whatnot, and one of his friends says, you can make a lot more money if you just, buy these flashlights on whatever the fuck website and then sell them on Amazon. You buy them for like $4 a piece and you can sell them all for $50 a piece. And I said, okay, well, if that's the case, why aren't you doing that? Like, don't try to give me business advice when you don't even have a fucking job.
right.
I was like, excuse me? And that ties into another thing that we're going to talk about, Elon Musk and
Right.
Twitter. We have all these people on Twitter right now telling Elon Musk, oh, you don't know what you're doing. You're destroying the platform, blah, 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 blah. You don't know how to run a business. It's like, you're telling the man who's literally worth more than 99.9999% of the planet
Right.
that he doesn't know what he's doing in business? Excuse me, what fucking business do you run?
Right.
Where do you get off trying to tell him what to do? I was like,
Wait.
get the fuck out of here. I cannot stand people like that.
So
Go ahead.
he's worth more than Bill Gates, Steve Jobs.
Uh-huh. Steve Jobs is dead, so
Well,
he is.
when he when he was alive.
Yeah.
The owner's kids of McDonald's, Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He's worth more than all of them. The top two are Jeff Bezos and then Elon Musk.
No wonder they go to space on a Tuesday together.
Club goes up on a Tuesday.
All right. I showed up on a Wednesday, but anyway. I did hear, well, not hear, I saw on a post on Facebook somebody saying that the stock market for Twitter had gone down ever since Elon Musk had took over Twitter. Is that true?
No. See, before Elon Musk bought Twitter, Twitter was a public company, so you could invest in Twitter.
Okay.
Now, Elon Musk owns Twitter.
Right.
He's the sole proprietor of Twitter. You can't invest in Twitter.
Huh. So the past investors, if there were any,
There were a lot.
where are they still investors?
I believe a lot of them were able to roll into the new thing if they wanted to. But if they didn't want to, what happened was Elon Musk, when he bought Twitter, bought all those shares. So
Shit.
all the people who own stock in Twitter, all their stock got bought by Elon Musk. So they got paid for their shares, but Elon Musk owns their shares now, which is Twitter itself.
So how does that work for them getting paid out?
So, okay, for example, say this paper is Twitter.
Uh-huh.
If we split it into 4 parts, let's just say there's 4 shares of Twitter, and I own these 2. Elon Musk comes in, and he buys these 2 in addition to these other 2.
Right.
So I get paid for the 2 that I used to own, but now Elon Musk owns those. He paid me for my shares.
Oh. So if the people he was trying to pay didn't want to take that, do they they're out? Wow. Shit. I wish I invested in Twitter. Shit. Actually, when what's this company? When Tesla first was brought over from Texas, to Texas actually, wasn't that a starter in either California or Florida? Tesla was?
Well, Tesla started in California
Thought so.
under some different people.
Right.
So Elon Musk came in after the company already existed. And he came in because he invested a bunch of money, and then he was on the board of directors. And then the other people on the board weren't, in his opinion, pushing Tesla in the right direction.
Right.
So he basically got them pushed out of the company. And so then he was a CEO, and then he put Tesla on the track that it's on now.
Because I remember when I first heard about it, they had, like, you could put in $5 to be an investor with Tesla. And there was, what was it, back in the day when Vine was a thing? I forgot the dude's name, but he had invested like $1,000 within Tesla. And he had did the math. This was like 2 years ago. When he had did the math, if he would have kept that 1,000 in Tesla, he would have made over $2 billion or something if he would have took it out now, which
Probably not 2 billion, but maybe 2 million. I mean, I don't know, but
whatever the number was, it's more than I make in a year. So
Yeah.
I should have put $5 down in that.
well, you can still invest $5 in Tesla if you want. You'll own a fraction of a share, but you'll own $5 of Tesla.
Oh, we good. Hell nah. That $5 could go to
The footlong.
bet. Bro, that shit pissed me off. That shit was never $5. It
But
was
it
so.
was, but plus tax.
See, they didn't advertise that.
Well, yeah, who does?
A lot of people.
No, I mean, in the commercial, of course, they say $5 foot long. Then on the bottom it says $5 plus tax.
Then they advertised it. Like, I used to watch this thing called Girls Gone Wild, and they used to advertise all their DVDs.
You used to watch Girls Gone Wild, or you used to watch the commercials?
both.
Because I've seen the commercials too.
I was watching both.
How did you get the actual videos? Because I mean, that stuff was popular when I was like 10.
Okay. My mom stopped talking to me for some stupid reason. I don't give a damn. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to sit there and struggle to find out. But when my brother was born, she had to spend like I think it was like 4 days in the hospital to recover from that C-section. And so my brother's dad took me and my sister. So he watched us for like 4 days. We went to his storage to go get some stuff out the storage and move into my mom's place, and there was a box full of Girls Gone Wild, Extreme Girls, some other DVD sets that I couldn't remember. So I was like,
DVDs.
yeah. Like this was I'm not
VHSs.
nah, there were DVDs.
Oh wow.
Like it was as big as that Amazon box right there. I mean DVDs stacked, not thrown in that, precariously stacked on top of each other. So I opened them to think to see if this DVD was still in
Reminds me
there.
of the 40-year-old virgin.
Boy. So the DVDs were still in there. So I couldn't fit the whole box in my pocket. So I just took the DVDs out and stuffed them in my pocket, all four. A shitload, like 5, 6 in my front and like 3 in the back, both boxes. So when I got back home and they thought I was asleep, boy, my PlayStation 2 got overloaded. That's how I got those. But back to the Elon thing. There's a lot of people going along with the celebrities that are pissed that they got to pay the $8 or was it $12?
It was originally 20, but then it was dropped down to 8.
Okay.
And now it's on hold for the time being.
What do you mean?
So the checkmark thing is temporarily on hold because what people did, which I think is hilarious, is they would make parody accounts of actual brands.
Right.
And then just say hideous things. Like, for example, this isn't a real one, but say somebody made a parody account of Dr. Pepper, and then they paid the $8 half of the verified Dr. Pepper account, and then they could say things like, the Holocaust never happened. And it'd be from a verified Dr. Pepper account.
Right.
So they had a problem with that, so they took that away for the time being, so they're trying to figure out a better system
Right.
for the verification thing.
Huh.
But that's what happened with that. But the reason why I wanted to talk about the Elon Musk Twitter debacle was because of basically the hypocrisy around it.
Okay.
So, ever since Elon Musk came out as being a bit more of a conservative than a liberal,
Right.
the entirety of the liberal half of the world suddenly decided this fool that's been making electric cars for the past 10 years is all of a sudden the most evil person on earth. So before he had any politics out in the open and he was just making electric cars and sending rockets into space, he was like a god to the liberals.
Right.
Because like I said, he was making electric cars. But as soon as he came out as, kind of conservative, no more. Fuck that. Fuck you. You're a terrible piece of shit human being. Blah, 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 blah. We don't accept you and all this. And it's only because he decided to think a different way.
Right.
And so the liberals have this identity of being caring and loving and accepting and all of that. Like you always see, if you're gay, trans, whatever, if you have mental disorders, physical disorders, we love all of you. But they only love you if you have the same viewpoints as they do. Otherwise, you're an evil piece of shit. At least that's the way I've seen it. So, like I said, when Elon Musk came out as conservative, like, all of a sudden, we hate you. You're terrible. Nasty.
That
And
sounds like the pros and cons to dating.
Yeah, if you're dating a liberal.
Right.
So anyway, so as far as free speech goes, on Twitter, the conservative voices were very subdued
Okay.
in their opinions, whereas liberal opinions never were. So there was a big discrepancy between what conservatives were allowed to say on Twitter versus what liberals were allowed to say on Twitter. And conservatives had their accounts blocked and banned far more than liberals did, even
Right.
if liberals were acting up more than conservatives. So free speech really didn't exist on Twitter for a while. And so Elon Musk bought it because he wanted to bring free speech back.
Right.
So now there's a controversy for free speech. Like, where does the line for free speech end?
Okay.
Like, when does it become hate speech? And if it is hate speech, is that not still protected free speech?
Right.
And I don't have the answer to that question. That's something that I'm not qualified to answer. I mean, it's a good point, but like I said, I don't know. But what the liberals are trying to do is just shut down everybody that doesn't think like them. And so what's funny to me is all the liberals are saying they're going to get rid of their Twitter accounts now, and none of them have.
They should do like Donald Trump did, how he got his Twitter account banned, and then came back as Don Tropio or something, or Trumpio.
Well, so Donald Trump did get suspended from Twitter, but Elon Musk reinstated his page. Now, Donald Trump said that he's never going to go back to Twitter, but we'll see what happens.
And I said I wouldn't go back to a bad ex, and I did that several times.
Hey, did it last week.
We don't talk about that.
But anyways.
Actually, that was this week.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
Sorry, guys. That's why there was no podcast last week.
Hey, somebody gotta clean the rocks. Anyway, I like that about the Twitter thing. I was actually looking into that. I'm not gonna lie to you. It popped up on Facebook Watch, so I thought about watching it after I started to watch about kids getting abducted. But anyway,
Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. So, Elon Musk, when he bought Twitter, he laid off thousands upon thousands of employees.
I saw that.
Okay. So again, the liberals are all in an uproar. Oh, how dare he, lay off all these people right before the holidays? How are they going to pay their bills? Yada, 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 yada. They all got laid off with 3 months' pay. Also, with a tech company, if you're going to lay off somebody, they were upset because, these people weren't told they were going to be laid off. With a tech company, you can't tell people you're going to lay them off, because even a low-level developer, if they find out they're going to be laid off, they can completely trash your website. Low-level developers can wreak a bunch of havoc on a website just by messing things up. So, in the industry, even when a developer leaves a company on good terms, as soon as the company finds out that employee is going to be leaving, say they put in a 2-week notice, they get all their permissions revoked immediately because they don't want them to screw up the website in retaliation for whatever. But they'll still get paid, severance or, however many weeks or months pay. But that is standard in the tech industry. When people get laid off, their access goes away right then and there. So Elon Musk laid off thousands of employees. Now, the thing that wasn't really talked about by the liberal media is Google laid off 10 or 11,000 employees pretty much the week after that. And then Meta, the Facebook company, also laid off something like 7,000 employees as well within, like a week or two of Elon Musk laying off the Twitter employees. But did the liberal media talk about that at all? No.
Isn't there a Google headquarters in Irving? Well, Las Colinas?
I believe there is one in Austin. I don't know about here in the Irving area.
Oh, that was probably Verizon. But that don't
Yeah,
matter.
Verizon's here.
But, hold on. Y'all complaining about getting laid off with 3 months of pay?
Mm-hmm.
Shut
You ever
the
been
fuck
fired
up.
with 3 months pay?
That's what I'm saying. No.
Yeah, me either.
Shit.
Could you imagine having a
Wait.
3-month paid vacation?
Wait. Are they getting like a I know this may be a stupid question, but I don't know nothing about this. Are they getting a little lump sum of 3 months of pay?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so they're getting 3 months of pay in one check.
Yes.
The fuck you complaining for? Bro, I'ma enjoy the fuck out of that.
That's what I said. They got a 3-month paid vacation, and I don't know if the employees themselves were complaining so much, but other people who didn't work at Twitter or on Twitter complaining about it.
Okay. I lost all hope for the human race.
Well, no, you should absolutely have hope for the human race. I've told you this before. You find what you look for. So if you look for nothing but bad shit, that's what you're gonna find. There are a ton of good people out in the world, but if you're not looking for them, you're not gonna find them.
That's exactly why I ain't got a girlfriend. Anyway, next subject.
I'm not even sure what that means, Mike.
Neither do I. You wrote down space exploration.
No, I wrote down crypto and NFCs.
Yeah, you wrote down the space exploration.
Nope, look at your paper. Crypto. Goes from Elon Musk to crypto. Yeah. Elon Musk, Twitter, to crypto.
Oh, my bad. We were skipping around.
Yeah, we skipped around a little bit, but that's just how it goes. So I want to say this right now, Mike, and to everybody watching and listening. We will never sell you a crypto or an NFC.
Because I don't have neither one of those.
Well,
And I
do you know what NFCs are?
I just told the people I didn't.
So an NFT stands for non-fungible token. Or as I like to put it, not fucking tangible. might put NFC on there, but it's NFT.
Oh! Bro, I was like, I don't think this motherfucker knows how to read.
Yeah, that was my bad, but yeah, NFTs.
Okay.
So NFTs are nothing more than a legal way for influencers to scam their followers. And I don't care who the influencer is. I don't care if it's fucking Gary Vaynerchuk, the Paul brothers, a Pokimane, any of them. Fucking
Right.
Philip DeFranco. Anybody selling you an NFT is scamming you out of your fucking money. There is no tangible value in an NFT other than saying that you have it. And it's a picture. Mm-hmm. And so Des Bryant, a while back, had posted his NFT on Twitter because you could get the hexagon thing.
Right.
And I was like, this is so fucking stupid. What I did was I saved his NFT picture and I said it was my picture. It wasn't the hexagon, but it was the same picture. And you know how much I paid to have that picture?
How much?
Nothing.
Okay.
And he paid, I don't know how many thousands of dollars for this NFT. For what?
So, what are the NFTs? What are the intentions of those to be used for?
So they're meant, just perfectly pragmatically speaking, they're meant to be digital pieces of art that you own. And only you own it. The problem is, what you actually own is the trail of information attached to the image. So, say these two pieces of paper. Mm-hmm. Well, no, take it back. This piece of paper, I own this. You just copied it. You also own this exact thing. But as far as the quote-unquote paper trail, I own it. I'm the only one that owns the paper trail, even though now you own an exact copy. And then somebody else can copy it, and then they'll have a copy of it. And then somebody else can copy it, and they'll have a copy of it. And none of those other people paid anything to do that. I'm the only one that paid thousands of dollars for this. But now, umpteen other people have the exact same thing except for the paper trail, and they didn't pay anything for it. So while our inflation was going up, the NFT market was also going up. You had people buying NFTs for millions of dollars, and ever since interest rates have been going up and we've been going into recession, the NFT market has crashed by 99% because it's not real. It's not fucking real. I forgot The Wolf of Wall Street. It's like it's all made up.
Wait, hold on. Because a couple of my rappers that I listen to got some NFTs, so it's just nothing but art.
Digital art that you can right click on and save for free. You don't own the ones and zeros behind the ownership of it, but you own that. You have the actual image, and you can use it for anything that you want to. But influencers sell these NFTs to their followers as, oh, buy my NFT because it's a personalized thing and you can own part of whatever the fuck this project is. And it's pure garbage. It's absolute fucking lunacy. It is the absolute definition of a fiat currency, which is also what the dollar is. It's only worth what you think it's worth. That's
Bro,
what NFTs are.
I'm so happy I didn't invest in that shit. Because I would have been mad as fuck.
Yeah, because you would buy an NFT for $5,000, but now they're in recession. If you go to sell it, I'm not going to buy it. Nobody else is going to buy it either. So you try to sell it for $4,000. Nobody's going to buy it. You try to sell it for $3,000. Nobody's going to buy it. You try to sell it for $2. I can still right click on it and save it and use it for whatever I want, and I never have to pay you a penny. That's what NFTs are.
I know I've said this a lot on this show and out
You mean
in
in the
public.
2 episodes previously?
Pretty much. But, nigga.
Yeah.
Okay.
NFTs are just ways to legally scam your followers.
Okay.
And Gary Vaynerchuk, I actually think he means well. And he's a good person. But he's one of these influencers that was pushing NFTs and kind of still is, when I know he knows full well that NFTs are total bullshit.
Okay. So let's go ahead. Well, inform me about Cry PTO.
About what?
Cry PTO. Crypto.
So crypto ties into the NFCs. It's also completely worthless unless you believe it's worth something. So is the American dollar. So cryptocurrencies aren't tied to anything tangible, like the American dollar. It's not tied to anything real and tangible. A long time ago, the US dollar used to be tied to gold.
Right.
It's not anymore.
Okay.
So that's why we can have runaway inflation, because the dollar is just worth what we think it's worth. And what other people think it's worth. It's technically a petrodollar because of it's more tied into oil than anything else. But at the end of the day, it's a fiat currency. If tomorrow the Fed decides you're going to be a millionaire, I'm going to be a millionaire, they're going to give everybody an extra $1 million, well, all they have to do is go on the computer and type $1 million for everybody. But then you would have absolutely rampant inflation because, as The Incredibles put it, when everybody's super, nobody is. Yeah, that's basically what crypto is. It is a completely non-tangible asset that means absolutely nothing unless you believe it means something.
I heard everything you said, but when you said The Incredibles, I didn't think you watched that movie.
I don't remember a lot of it, but I do remember that line.
When everybody's super, nobody's super. I like that.
No, it goes, when everybody's super, nobody will be.
Oh, nobody. Oh, that's incredible too. That's
I
dope.
don't know.
Okay. So I thought cryptocurrency is crypto the same as Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is a form of cryptocurrency. It's pretty much the original cryptocurrency.
Okay.
So now, with Bitcoin and also Ethereum to an extent, it has some value, especially Bitcoin, because there's only so much Bitcoin that will ever exist. It's in
Okay.
the code of Bitcoin. So you can also buy things with Bitcoin. So it does serve some utility. But I mean, you can't go to the power company and pay your bill in Bitcoin.
Right.
If you have Bitcoin, you have to sell it for dollars to pay your bills. Unless the establishment accepts Bitcoin, which not many places do.
Right.
So it's a completely made up fairy tale thing. Means absolutely nothing unless you think it does.
I used to work with somebody. I can't remember his name, but I used to work at this job called the Stand Up Guys, which they weren't that fucking stand up. But there was one coworker that I had that was paying some people. I think he said like $250 a check, so $500 a month to what's the word I'm looking for? To build his Bitcoin portfolio. And he was saying that he had to, the people were telling him that he had to give them like a last installment of $500 so he can get his Bitcoin. And then what was the word that he said that they used? I think it was a little transferred from one currency to the U.S. currency, so that that his bank account will stand over $50,000. Which now that you explained that, I think it was a whole fucking scam.
Well, it depends on what the value of the Bitcoin was at the time. There was one point not too long ago where Bitcoin was selling for 60,000 per token.
Wow.
It's crashed since then to like 18,000 per token, but I mean, there was a time when Bitcoin was basically worthless. And if at that point in time you bought a bunch of Bitcoin, I mean, now you'd be sitting pretty if you sell it.
Right.
But that's also assuming that the Bitcoin market doesn't crash.
So he probably could got that money.
Possible, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what he was doing, but I mean, it's potential.
I should have stayed friends with that motherfucker. For
I mean,
real.
But the problem is, if you had bought Bitcoin when it was, say, $40,000 a token,
Right.
now it's worth $18,000 a token, you lose a lot of money.
I mean, you lose a lot, but that doesn't say that you don't get some though.
Yeah, but if you had put, your $40,000 into just a typical savings account,
Right.
you would have more money than if you bought Bitcoin, because at least in a savings account, you make interest steady.
Right.
Whereas with Bitcoin, it went up and then crashed. So literally, I mean, if you have bought Bitcoin here and sold it here, you losing money. But if you put this money into a savings account, it doesn't build up as fast, but it doesn't lose any money.
Oh, facts. Facts.
Well, depending on the rate of inflation, but
Right.
yeah.
Still, shit. I still wish I stayed friends with that motherfucker. I don't even remember his name, and I got his number. That's the problem. Okay. Thank you for explaining that for the people that didn't know, plus me. Now, on to the one that I'm really interested to hear about.
The space exploration? in
Yes.
Artemis? Oh, so first of all, let me take a drink of my soda. Dr. Pepper. Made in Texas. Tastes like white supremacy. Not kidding.
Okay.
So, Artemis is our mission back to the moon.
Okay.
So it's been kind of a fucked up thing so far, but we finally got the first one off. So Artemis is what we're going to use to set up a permanent moon base.
Mm-hmm.
So if you didn't know, we haven't been to the moon since 1969.
Right.
So we're going to start going back to the moon now so we can set up a moon base and then go out and explore the rest of the universe. Like I said, Artemis is just how we do it. So they finally got the first Artemis rocket off. And so what that is doing is it's putting a probe of some sort into orbit around the moon a few times and then coming back. I think it's more of a test, just to test out the rocket and whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
But the next one is going to be sending up, I think, supplies to actually land on the moon before we actually send people out there. And so this is just a great thing because, like I said, we haven't left the planet really, except for, orbit,
Right.
since 1969.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, this is how it actually starts as far as us being a multi-planetary species.
Okay.
And space exploration is one of the things that I look forward to the most. Like, I would love nothing more than to see the entire universe.
Mm-hmm.
And that is also why I'm afraid of death. Fear,
I don't think you're the
fear
only
of
one.
missing out. FOMO. I have
Right.
FOMO from dying and not being able to see the universe and potentially, alien species.
I don't think you're the only one that fears death, bro.
I know I'm not. There's a lot of people that fear death, but
I
that
do
is
too.
one of the main reasons I do.
Right. So, do you believe in the multiverse theory?
I don't know.
Oh, damn. Because I kind of do.
And it could be correct. I don't know. I've never been to any universe except this one. I don't have any.
Facts.
I personally don't have any way to prove that other universes do or do not exist.
Right.
So who am I to say? They might exist. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, there
Didn't know
could
what
be
to say.
literally infinite universes.
I fucks with that belief. I'm not going to judge you.
I didn't say I believe it.
Well, no. Okay.
I just said
I respect
it's
where you
a
stand.
possibility.
Right.
And I don't have any way of proving it or disproving it. I'm not
Okay.
saying I believe it, but I also don't disbelieve it.
Okay. Then let me rephrase that. I respect where you stand.
I'm
And-
sitting.
All right, everybody. That's the podcast for today. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Good.
Shut up. I watch a lot of this like stuff, like planetary videos, space exploration videos, and I saw something about this on Facebook. I learned a lot of this shit from Facebook Watch, and some what if videos that I watch on YouTube, but I believe in all of that multiverse theory. Do I understand it? Hell no.
I mean, what is there to understand? There are multiple universes.
Wait, hold on. There's, I mean, of course, in that phrase, whatever, there are multiple universes, but I mean, just based on the word multiverse, there could be a lot, bitch. I'm just trying to say.
What? I didn't say anything.
It's just the way you looked at me.
I was thinking of my joke, actually.
What joke?
Tastes like white supremacy.
You was so happy for that.
I was thinking of that all day. I'm not gonna.
I like watching those videos on space exploration, different planets, the solar system, different galaxies. I love watching stuff about that. I love for people to confuse me and make me think there's another me in the universe that made better decisions.
There could be.
That one kind of hurt. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, let's look at this pragmatically.
Nigga, what?
The universe, as we know it, may indeed be literally infinite, which means your cluster of atoms exists somewhere else.
Thought you were gonna say
And
clusterfuck.
that cluster of atoms made different decisions.
Hey, facts. Facts. You know, the best time to watch this type of stuff is when you're high off of mushrooms.
I wouldn't know, but do tell.
I do. When I was in Montana, man, the person that was up there with me, he came back to Texas. So I was by myself. After I did my route for FedEx, I went to a dispensary, got me 2 pre-rolls, a pack of edible gummies, and then I hit up another plug and got some shrooms from the dude. I took the edibles first. Huh?
Allegedly.
Facts. I don't even know the dude's name, so I can't snitch if I wanted to. I took the edibles first, ate some Chinese, then started watching some stuff like this. The first thing I watched was that movie Dune, and then the second thing I watched was a what if video about us, the human race, exploring the planets past Pluto. I took some shrooms. I ain't even going to lie. I thought I was in a spaceship with them niggas traveling. Asteroid belt. Funniest shit ever. For anybody that wants to do that, watch the shit high, okay? It is educational. Go ahead, sir.
You know, in the asteroid belt, the asteroids are literally thousands of miles apart, right?
I know now. I don't fucking know.
Well, speaking of your hallucination, I really want to try hallucinogens for that very reason, just to have the out-of-body experience and
No, you don't.
unquote, explore the universe.
No, you don't.
Bitch, don't tell me what I do and don't want.
I'm telling you now. No, you don't.
Obviously, you can have a bad trip.
I did. I did. Oh my. Do you watch any Disney movies?
Not if I can help it.
You know what? I can't argue with that. I understand where you come from. My homies up there gave me some. I don't even know what the white shit was called.
Cocaine?
They gave me edibles.
Sounds like cocaine.
They gave me a pen, and we smoked a little bit. I went back to the house. I drove the FedEx van high as shit. Went back to the house, fell asleep, had a whole outer body experience. Like, there's this movie called Soul, and I swear to God, I thought I was one of those little souls on that damn movie. I thought I had got reincarnated as an ant. I thought I was in Thomas the Train's world. Shit, in one of the reincarnations, I was a chef. A good one at that. At another reincarnation, I was a comedian.
A good one.
Facts! Bro, you don't want to have the type shit. That shit, I woke up, didn't even know who I was. And
You still don't know.
boy, facts. I ran into the bathroom and I was like, okay, shit, I'm still Michael. I walked out the bathroom.
Unfortunately.
Who the fuck is Michael?
Actually, I really want to try DMT because apparently it makes you lose your fear of death, which I think would be very beneficial for me.
Continue, because I have somebody who has that.
I didn't say I'm going to. I just said I want to. It doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
Bro, we could have tried that together. Never mind. You know it'd be funny?
What?
If you tried DMT and you thought you could see it out of both eyes.
That would be entertaining. Until I walk off a bridge or something. It's higher than I thought.
Oh. How the fuck would you make it
I
all the way to
believe
the
I can
bridge?
fly. Guys, look, I'm flying. No, you're falling with style.
Where did you get that from? I've heard that. Where did you get that
I
from?
forgot what it's from.
If you ever want to try a hallucinogen, just ask me. I got friends.
I got friends too.
Bet we could try them together. Did you have anything else besides the list that you wanted to talk about?
No, that was pretty much it for this one.
Okay. Well, you want to close it out or I do?
Sure, you close out.
All right, everybody. That's episode 3 of the Clown Syndrome podcast. Once again, I'm Michael Thomas, the one that has the weird beliefs and awkward ass standards.
And the whitest hands of anybody on earth. No, literally, look, his hands are whiter than mine.
And my awkward ass friend who thinks he can fly, but he really just falling in style. We will see y'all next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Or the highway, and in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want.